we were going there, but is actually why does it need to be where that helicopter is? Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Callum, who's standing in for our dragon.
Hey.
So we can position him based on the anatomy of the dragon, knowing that the head will be in the right place when we put the whole thing in.
Was that fun, mate?
It was, mate. Yeah.
Paul, what are we doing today, Paul? We're doing Running Up the Hill with Hugh with Chris on Focus. Reactions that way, guys.
Okay, speeding and set. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, action!
No.
If you think House of the Dragon is all dragons, war, and death, wait until you see what happens when the cameras stop rolling. The Season 3 cast completely breaks character in some hilarious behind-the-scenes moments. From unexpected reactions to ridiculous on-set stories, these actors are nothing like their characters. Even some of the darkest scenes had the cast struggling not to laugh. So let's take a look at the funniest House of the Dragon Season 3 moments you probably didn't see coming.
Dragons everywhere. I have never seen so many big dragons on screen. It's insane.
My brain kind of exploded because we were going to have 4 dragons fight.
This is the biggest dragon set piece I think we've done today. It's certainly the most dragons we've ever had in one singular scene, so it's very exciting.
Ready? And 3, 2, 1, action!
So this episode required a tremendous amount of stunt work. I think that at one point we had probably all of London stunts guys all working on the same show at the same time.
On screen, they're fighting each other for power, revenge, and the Iron Throne. But behind the scenes, the story couldn't be more different. After years of filming together, this cast has become much more than just co-stars. They genuinely feel like a close-knit family, sharing jokes, teasing each other, and making every moment on set unforgettable. Even while filming some of the darkest and most intense scenes of Season 3, they still found ways to laugh, have fun, and enjoy being around each other. And the funniest part is seeing how quickly these terrifying Targaryens completely forget about the war the second the cameras stop rolling.
What will I miss? Oh my god, I will miss working with Fia on Season 3. I'm going to really, 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 really miss her. I'll miss her just ferreting around behind Alicent looking at bugs or the corner of a room or some like mice droppings or something.
I only just got to start actually doing proper scenes with Fia, and it's ended all too soon. She's such an incredibly talented actor, so alive, so smart, so sort of clever with the language, I think. I could have done a lot more of that, but I guess I just have to hope that we get to do more on another project one day.
But it's incredibly satisfying, and I think that it takes a while to learn your own show in a way. And I think it was Season 3 that all the cylinders started firing.
We've become a family now. The crew, the actors, everybody, is like working to kind of one common goal, but we have such trust that we can push the boundaries.
Some scenes in House of the Dragon look absolutely incredible on screen, but what's happening behind the camera is completely different. A huge battle might look like thousands of soldiers fighting across Westeros, but the filmmakers combine real performers, carefully designed sets, stunt work, camera tricks, and visual effects. Even a simple-looking shot can require hours of preparation, because every actor, camera movement, lighting cue, and effect has to happen at exactly the right moment. The dragons are another perfect example. The actors often perform with practical rigs or physical references, while the final creatures are created and added by VFX artists later. The same goes for explosions, burning characters, massive environments, and armies that appear far bigger than what was actually on set.
I've lost my mind.
It's going to feel like a great big operatic, dragon-based bit of drama, which will be great. You trust the technicality of the filmmakers and the process and know that eventually that's going to turn out to be something really exciting to watch. But to film, it was painful.
It was just one of those moments where you take a step back.
You to send Dracarys line, I'll say fire.
I say fire. You say
Dracarys!
Yeah.
Hey! When I read the script, there were 2 moments where I had to put the script down and just take a second and go, is this really happening? Do I really get
And if you think that was impressive, wait until you see what was happening behind the camera. Some of Season 3's biggest scenes took an unbelievable amount of planning, with the Battle of the Gullet alone taking around a year and a half to create. From massive water tanks and moving rigs to practical stunts and VFX, almost every shot required the cast and crew to work together perfectly. But the next behind-the-scenes clip shows just how much work goes into making these incredible moments look effortless on screen. And trust me, you're going to be surprised by how they actually filmed it.
So participatory, actually, in the scenes.
I just think I love it, yeah.
And the more energy they gave me, in a way, the better, or the more that they fought her, actually, the better.
Emma was very open to giving us different levels and versions so that we can, snip it together in the magic of the edit.
Then to my father, then to me, then to my father.
Leagues away from the machinery of working in the studio.
That sort of moment, filmically, is a pain to film. It's a very technical exercise. It was just again. I wish I could tell you it was a wonderful day on a film set. It wasn't. It was.
But behind the camera, the House of the Dragon cast feels completely different from the characters we see on screen. Despite playing enemies from opposite sides of the war, many of the actors have become genuinely close after spending years working together. Their friendship is especially clear when they're doing interviews and games together. They constantly tease each other and remember tiny details about one another. So while Westeros may be filled with betrayal, war, and death, behind the camera, this cast looks much more like one big, chaotic family.
Cut there, thank you. Thanks for being such a nice audience.
I think it's one of the most impressive things. Yeah, you need it in a good light because it's worth.
Behold me now! I am Aegon Targaryen!
He was very excited about the scene. It was a very emotional scene for him.
It was a big outburst, a big mess. It was like someone had let the dam crumble and just gallons of water just gushed out. I was trying to imagine it sort of sweeping down the hill and sweeping this army.
But have you ever wondered how these insane battle scenes are actually filmed? What looks like one massive fight on screen can take hours of preparation, with stunt performers, cameras, choreography, practical effects, and VFX all having to work perfectly together. For Season 3's biggest battles, the crew spent months planning the action before cameras even started rolling, using storyboards, pre-visualization, stunt design, and detailed rehearsals. And then there are the dragons. The actors aren't simply sitting in front of a green screen. They're strapped into huge moving rigs that physically tilt, rotate, and shake, while wind machines and moving cameras create the feeling of actually flying. The dragons themselves are created through VFX, with the actors filmed performing on practical rigs, while the VFX team later builds the creatures and surrounding environment around their performances. So that terrifying dragon battle you see on screen is actually a combination of real performances, practical effects, motion rigs, and digital animation. And honestly, when you see how much work goes into just one shot, you'll never watch a House of the Dragon battle the same way again. Comment below, which behind-the-scenes moment surprised you the most?
Okay, here we go, ready, and 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Ryan and I got together early on and we were like, okay, Daemon is going to be at this fight. That means the Sword Dark Sister is going to be at this fight. John Roxton is also here.
Nakiri Karaxis!
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's cool.
Once we have it planned, that's it. Because they're such big beasts, you can't really reimagine it on the day. Then the whole thing starts to unravel.
And if you think the fire scenes in House of the Dragon are just CGI, think again. Some of those people you see completely covered in flames are actually real stunt performers. And filming these shots is incredibly dangerous and carefully controlled. The stunt team has to rehearse everything precisely, while fire safety crews stand by to extinguish the performers immediately if anything goes wrong. In one Season 2 sequence, 16 stunt performers were actually set on fire for a single shot, and the crew knew they couldn't simply keep repeating a shot like like that. So while it might look easy for a few seconds on screen, every movement, camera position, flame, and safety measure has to be perfectly coordinated. Because behind that spectacular scene is a team of highly trained stunt performers and safety professionals, putting themselves through something genuinely dangerous just to make Westeros look real.
Rowley came up with an idea. Let's burn 23 people.
Very fortunate to have had the opportunity back on season 7 to do 20 guys, which was the first time we achieved that. And then season 8, we did 22 guys twice. So this season, when the Muton host sequence came up, it called for a big burn.
I think it's one of the biggest visual changes we'll have seen on Rhaenyra maybe since the beginning of series 1.
The chainmail, I was worried that was going to swamp Emma, that we would lose the beauty of Rhaenyra.
So we had talked about the idea of some sort of war paint, but something that felt really simple.
But the dragons aren't the only thing that takes an incredible amount of work behind the scenes. Every costume is carefully designed to match the character's personality, history, house, and position in Westeros. For season 3, the costume department had around 140 people, creating roughly 1,000 outfits per episode. Even the smallest details, from armor and leather to embroidery and jewelry, are designed to make the world feel authentic. And then there's the dragons, which are mostly created digitally after filming. On set, actors often perform with a giant blue dragon head operated by puppeteers, so they know exactly where the creature is.
Palpable relief when we put everything together and it worked. There's something kind of Joan of Arc, I think, about this imagery, and I find it really exciting because for the first time, Rhaenyra is cognizant of the image making. This is about fascist imagery. This is about iconography.
And then the other thing that was very helpful is Dottie's team dressed in these blue suits with this giant dragon head. And we often put them in for eyeline or just to be behind them so we can see how much of them they're going to be in the shot at any time. And they are true artists because they had those suits on for the whole entire week.
And then come the fighting scenes, which are nowhere near as easy as they look on screen. The cast spent weeks, and in some cases months, rehearsing every move with professional stunt performers before filming. They had to memorize the choreography almost perfectly, because one small mistake could ruin an entire take. If you enjoyed seeing how House of the Dragon is actually made behind the scenes, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more amazing movie and series BTS moments.
Nice.
Rowley really worked to make it feel quite authentic and quite brutal.
A little bit slow with that. Slow, yeah. So imagine it weighs 15 kgs and not 3. You know, but push it in.
Thanks, guys. This is going to be great.
And Charlie, do you line? So should I line up now? And E-hop. E-hop. Yeah. Okay, let's line them up! Thank you. Get him in there, George. Clear, clear, clear. And